Looks like the University of Houston is going to be one of the players cashing in on a potential sale of the XFL. Now, many hands are out as part of the sale of the XFL from Vince McMahon, who used his own cash to move the XFL essentially into bankruptcy and also paid for the salaries and players getting stuff before everything got shut down. Also, season ticket holders, if you're wondering, we get a lot of questions about season ticket holders when they're going to get their money back. Well, they're also first in line when it comes to the sale of the XFL because the league is going to continue. They want to make sure that they take care of their season ticket holders. So if you're definitely one of those people that are like, where's my season ticket money? You're going to have to wait until after the sale of the XFL to potentially get a refund. Many of the parties want to be made whole by the sale of the XFL, but one of the interesting ones is also the University of Houston. That's right. Houston was the home of not only the Houston Roughnecks, it was also the place where the initial XFL training camps took place. It could also be the home of the future XFL 2021 season as well. So it kind of makes sense of why we need to make sure Houston gets paid. In the latest court filing, it said, quote, upon information and belief, the parties in an agreement of a cure amount of $730,000. The university asserts that an additional $112,000 is due for a total of $841,000 under the venue use agreement for field replacement, which has already occurred, and costs and expenses have already incurred. While the second installment payment of the $112,000 is not due until May of 2021, the university is aware that an argument can be made by a prospective purchaser in a sale that such amount accrued pre-petition and therefore should have been included in the cure amount. As a result, the university is filing an objection to preserve this issue. So basically, they're just coming out and saying, hey, we want to make sure that this money is in there and due to us as well. Now, before the shutdown of the XFL, there was talk of doing a 12-week made-for-TV tournament style without fans for the 2021 season. And we reported about this on XFL News Hub, this whole tournament thing that was in court documents. That was back in May. The XFL already has a great relationship with Houston, including announcing the XFL's championship game, which would have been held in Houston, Texas at TD-ECU Stadium. Sorry for all you guys that got tickets. Your plane tickets had to cancel and hotels, et cetera, et cetera. The interesting thing is that you're not seeing all of these other entities like Seattle Stadium or New York or DC, Audi Field in any of this agreement, but you are seeing the University of Houston. Now, could the reason the XFL wants to make sure the University of Houston gets paid from this sale is that they need that relationship for the 2021 season? We could find out all about this next week when the XFL sale is announced. So here's the bottom line. There are plenty of people in court documents that want to get paid, and only a handful, season ticket holders, Vince McMahon, and it looks like the University of Houston is going to get something out of this sale. Now, why would Houston be at the top? It's because this is pure speculation, but it would make sense of the XFL to try to do a bubble 12-week tournament type thing in Houston in February potentially of the reboot of the XFL 3.0. So they wanted to have that in their back pocket so that a potential buyer would know, hey, we might have a weird season next year, but if you buy the XFL, we have something in place that we can do in Houston at the drop of a hat. We can do a draft in October. We can do training camp and a season all in Houston in the span of about 2 months.